Thank you very much indeed. We are still in studio with Crown Paints Managing Director Rakesh Rao. Before we took that break, we were talking about the correlation between the kind of business that you do as a paint manufacturer and the construction industry. What is it?
I think construction sectors probably, give you a lot of boost to other business, because you talk about construction sectors. If the growth is there, the paint company has to grow, because you cannot do construction without painting industries. So what I'm trying to say that last couple of years, there's a huge growth in constructions, and it's been benefited to all paint industries. And we see that a lot of with the new political situation, which is very positive, we believe that there's a more projects are coming, more investment are coming in this country, more investment in infrastructure is coming. So we try to get advantage, and we try to be bullish in particular paint industry. I see great futures in coming years.
Okay, when the construction industry generally, especially the real estate sector, was actually experiencing a major boom, let's say over the last 10 years, it was a plus for you. But then again, right now we are having a situation whereby financial institutions are not lending to even those who would be mortgage borrowers. And then again, there is a slowdown in activities in the real estate sector. Is that actually having a toll on your operations, and how are you planning to ensure that your profits are still there even as the construction industry experiences this kind of turmoil?
No, I think every businessman are adjusting their strategy. Like for example, when the cap of interest of the bank was there, it was benefited corporate rewards, and we could able to reduce our interest costs. It was a great benefit to us. But now what happened is that the way the Kenya economy has been in two sectors. One is organized and unorganized. The unorganized sectors were really finding very difficult to get a finance, and most of the banks, we heard that they've been trying to use the money for the giving to government bonds and all. So liquidity for small sectors was really hinching, and it was affecting everyone. So I just heard that there is some announcement by our Honorable President. I hope it will boost local industry and small scale industries to overall growth in economy. I think we cannot grow economy with only few sectors. Overall, because we as a Kenya, I still have a lot of unorganized sector, like 60–70% of business has come from unorganized sectors in Kenya, which boost the economy. So I think those sectors are very important, and I believe that this type of relief, the small scale will be very confident, and they are able to get easy finance, and they can able to rotate their rotations, and can able to pay back to the banks, and overall is good for the growth of economy.
And at the beginning of this particular bulletin, we're raising concern about the challenges that power users are actually experiencing. You also, as a major manufacturer, power is one of your biggest, let's say, overheads. Has things been better now, following even the talks by the president to ensure that there is incentives for people like you when it comes to consumption?
I think for the paint industries, we use a motive power. So motive power is not very high consumed power industries. Of course, there is a increase in the power tariff, but look into a business, a percentage of overheads for power is little, so it is really not affected us. But yes, affect the normal consumers and other supplier. For example, we need a lot of packaging material for packing our materials. So packaging material particular, we use a lot of plastic, and the plastic industries keep on rising the price of packaging material. So indirectly, yes, in case of packaging industries, we have to pay higher costs to our supplier, and then ultimately we have to build in our costing. So yes, high power costs overall, not in a big way, but in a small way, is affect paint industries.
And how do you think this can be tackled?
I think I personally feel that there should be a strategy given by the governments, in particular, where we keep on talking about have various tariff. In a night, you should have when the peak is less, people can get a power at cheaper rates. Then second option is that creating more revenue, get a cheaper power like solar powers, and other power options should be provided, and to create competitions in the market, because competition helps to consumers, to everyone. If you have more competitions for any business, it ultimately all the organizations, companies work on their toes and is benefit to consumers and benefit to the countries.
Okay, as we wind up, there is also the aspect of Crown Paints actually ensuring that they train painters who are normally involved in all these activities. I wonder how significant this particular initiative has been in your operations.
I think painters are the most important part of our business, because our paints are being used by our painters. And the painters, we thought that as a part of CSR, or corporate social responsibilities, that we should able to train them, we should upgrade their skills. They should able to use high quality paints, not in Nairobi, across the all the counties. We have a very separate training programs. We launched a program called Team Kubwa, where we have more than 50,000 painters are registered on our platforms. And we are able to interact with the painters on their issues, on their trainings, and their skills upgradation. So across Kenya, I mean, we have planned to at least train more than 40,000 painters every year to upgrade their skills, so they can improve their social status and then can make more money for them. Plus, we have a lot of other programs for make sure that if painters are working very hard, we should also able to understand their needs and understand their the knowledge, because knowledge is so important. We have a lot of products we keep on launching, but many times the skills are affecting. Nairobi is very easy to access because we all are sitting here, but a major issue is in county. So we've been really appointing a special trainers in the county to go and train those painters and upgrade the skills.
I get it. And manufacturing is no doubt, as we wind up, one of the pillars of the country's Big Four agenda. Okay, where do you see the opportunities going forward?
No, see, manufacturing should be a pillar of any country. I think we know that we've been contributing 7 to 8% to the total GDP at the moment, and I'm strongly feel that it can go to, if we can double it, 15-20%. And one of the idea which last time when we discussed with the minister, Honorable Minister of Industry, Mr. Mohammed Adan, that can we do one thing for at least 5 years, that we deduct, we can reduce our VAT from 16 to 10%, and the whole interest rate can be for low cost housing can be available at 10%. I can tell you my rough calculation that this economy can grow by $50 billion in next 5 years.
Wow. We hope they're listening.
Thank
you very much indeed.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to have you. That has been Rakesh Rao, the Managing Director of Crown Paints.